Hey guys, you're listening to Kid 604 on Pop Boys Radio.
Pretend we don't exist. Let's pretend we're in Antarctica. Let's pretend we don't exist. Let's pretend we're in Antarctica.
So we're just sitting here with Kid 604, and we're just talking about, the changes to social media and exactly kind of what's happening. So how are you doing?
Well, everything's going pretty well, actually.
Awesome. So, basically what we've noticed, right, is all the teens are complaining about, all of these third-party apps have been shut down and all of these restrictions on, what is that site? Is it?
It's the Crowdfire.
Yeah, Crowdfire, where you can, find your like the people who have unfollowed you and things like that. So apparently they've put restrictions on it. So like before you could unfollow, I don't even use it.
I think it's like 200.
Okay. Well, I've heard now like the limit is 10. So like you can, if you've got a whole bunch of people that unfollow you, you're restricted to 10. But at least it provides the list, right? You could do it individually.
Yeah, you can totally go in and just, unfollow from each separate page.
So it's not, just those, but it's the, I don't know exactly what's happening when you send like a tweet or when you when you hit publish on, say, your WordPress or your YouTube, where the video is being advertised or suggested, rather, is very interesting. So recently, our channel just had like a barrage of hate, and it's not just me, because that's the thing. At first I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's on like a video that's, it's not a new one. It's actually, I don't even know how old it is. Probably like
it's like almost a year.
But suddenly, I have all these like, and some of them were actually almost appeared threatening. Like one of them asked, where I am, and was basically suggesting other people that read the comment, if they know where I am, let them know.
Come kick your
I just thought it was hilarious. Like, these people are insane.
They're fucking crazy.
Like I said, and it went on for about a week, and I decided to look at the analytics to see what was going on. And here, lo and behold, right, normally my viewers come from, the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, sometimes Russia, but really those are the main countries that my viewers are viewing from. And suddenly I have these other countries, and I'm not going to even say which one it was, because that's just going to start another bunch of bullshit, right? Well, because then they can twist it and say, oh, Pop Boy said this about so-and-so, or, about this country.
It's India.
So I'm not even going to bother playing that game.
No, tell us.
But it's like, I've just noticed that, so yeah, my video went suggested in this, like, other place, and that's where the hate was coming from. Yeah. And so I just kind of went and looked online just to see, because that's the best thing to do, is just, see if anybody's had the same issue. And like, there was tons of people complaining
like
about
everybody.
It. And so it's interesting to know, right? I don't know, maybe I should say.
Yeah, I think you should totally tell them.
Yeah, I guess you guys do have a right to know, like, where the so anyways, because, Hillary keeps blaming these Russian bots.
It's the Russians.
And there's other people.
It's Putin.
It's Nigeria. So, I'll let you know that my hate was coming from South Africa.
I
have no idea what is going on there, but I did read an article, and it was talking about the differences between, like, what the advertisers pay, and apparently, and I don't know if this is true or not, because I didn't even really have a chance to look it up, because like whatever. But it's apparently different countries get paid different amounts.
It's true, they actually do.
From the advertisers. So that's interesting to know.
Isn't it?
Anyways, the main point though was the censorship, which is happening all over.
All over.
The usual Prime, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
The top 3.
So, quick shout out to all of my new Gab.ai followers. Excellent service to use. I've actually
Shout
had
out
a
to
few
Gab.
conversations with people that seems to be more real
Yeah,
than what you're getting
it does.
on the big 3.
That's what I was thinking too, and there's just a lot more interaction with people, and people seem to be more open-minded.
Exactly. And
It's better.
the worst part of it is that's why I ended up looking at the analytics, because when I started to realize that the comments were like people hadn't even watched it, they were commenting on the title, and that really kind of pissed me off, because you're just trying to basically, like, they think it's going to sabotage my video
They think
if
it's
they
going
go
to affect
and
it, right?
put a negative comment, put a thumbs down or whatever.
Yeah.
It has no effect.
Exactly.
But anyways, they basically, they're attacking the video and they haven't even watched it. And so I called them on a couple of them on it, and then one of them actually admitted to me. And not only that, but it was the same person with multiple accounts, because if you're an avid user of the human internet, people will use the same language when they, like, I can recognize if it's the same.
Yeah, they're using
So
the
if
same
you call me the same name with multiple accounts, it's pretty obvious, particularly if it's one that, normal, isn't said like every day, like if it's like a kind of an old fashioned word, or if it's like something that doesn't stand out,
Dunce.
like, I don't know, maybe clown. I don't know many people that use that word anymore. So, and then the other thing was the translation. So here's where you really start to see it.
It's not proper English.
It wasn't proper English. Yeah. Some of them weren't proper English.
I've gotten those.
So once I realized that, I'm like, okay, something's, this is coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure. No, I hear you.
But beyond that, I've defended Alex Jones in a number of videos, because a lot of people are trying to label him, like the mainstream media, is trying to label him as
Alex is crazy.
He's not. He's actually just reporting stories which are unreported by the mainstream media, which is really, I think it's important.
It's scary.
And I was trying to originally, that's kind of what I thought maybe my channel could be, and maybe it still could be, but it's like every time my views go up, it's like, that's what I mean, I keep seeing the pyramid effect where it goes and it climbs, and it's like, oh, I'm doing really good, like, and then as soon as I upload another one, the numbers go down to nothing. And the one thing about it is,
it's pretty common.
A friend of mine was saying that one of the popular YouTubers that he watches was complaining about the same thing, and he has like millions of subscribers.
No, everybody
and
is.
he's saying every time he uploads a video to YouTube, his views actually go down. When they used to go up, like you would see a spike, right, when you upload a new video, because normally the old algorithm would they would play your video, and then you would potentially get a second, like another video watched, because it would suggest one of your videos.
Right. Now
it doesn't seem to be doing that as often, and Alex Jones has pointed it out on several occasions. Several people have, and it's interesting if you actually even search Alex Jones. Ron Gibson is always the first name and always the first account that comes up.
Isn't that,
what is up with that? You can tell that somebody's fucking with him, right?
Oh, yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
really...
They're trying to shut him down.
I mean, think about how much control that is.
That is fucking scary.
Particularly if you're... Like, you're controlling this mass-wide. So they're doing this with mainstream, they're doing it with the internet searches, they're doing it with everything. That's why I just did a couple of videos with it was just imagery with... some background noise, and just showing you You know, because sometimes that has a better effect on people,
Yeah.
like what is actually happening to them.
Yeah, because
And
it's
people are
visually
kind of being,
controlled.
you know, they're sort of like wearing down. It's like they're just kind of giving up. And so that's the other thing.
Complacent.
The negativity which is being promoted on
it's-
social media, particularly the top, you know, the big three.
It's just gone rampant, hasn't it?
It's not by accident.
No, I don't think so either.
There is something really going on here. It's almost as if they're trying to destroy.
Free will.
They're trying to destroy people's well-being. I don't know how else to explain it. It's when you wear somebody down
Yeah.
to the edges, they're not able to defend themselves as
yeah.
they normally would, right?
No, I hear you, man.
And that's exactly what they're doing with the food. And, you know, everything. Like, everything is so fake now.